Hello students, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Patel Pravada from Param Guru Pathshala English Medium School. Today I will discuss with you the second chapter from Standard 7 Science, that is Nutrition in Animals. Students, in this video we will discuss numbers of topics, and the topics are: first, digestion; second, digestion in humans; third, types of teeth; fourth, tooth decay; fifth, tongue and its function. So students, let's start. Students, we all know that plants can make their food by their own by the process of photosynthesis, which animal cannot do. So, animal get their food from plants or animals directly or indirectly. We also know that all living organisms require food for their growth, repair and functioning of the body, etc. Students, here you should know the term of nutrition, that is, what is nutrition. So, nutrition is the requirement of nutrients, the modes of intake the nutrients, and its utilization in our body, that is called nutrition. Students, you know that food consists many components of in it, and the components are carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. They are the components of food. They are the components of food which we need to get nutrient. Students, do you know these components which we get from the food are the complex substances? These components of food are the complex substances which cannot be utilized in our body directly. These components of food we cannot utilize directly in our body. So, the components of substances should be broken down and convert into simpler one. These complex substances should be broken down and convert into simple substances to utilization in our body, to make it easy to utilize these components in our body. The process in which the complex substances of food convert into simpler substances, this process called digestion. So, digestion is the process in which complex substances convert into simpler substances, that is called digestion. There are different ways of taking food. Now, the modes of taking food into the body varies in different organisms. Like bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar of plants, they suck the nectar of the plants. The another thing is that in infants of humans and many other animals feed on mother's milk. They feed on mother's milk. There are other animals like snake swallow their prey, aquatic animal feed tiny particles floating in the water. So these are the different ways for taking food in different animals. Now let's talk about digestion in humans. Children, we all know that we take in food from our mouth. Yes, from our mouth, and then digest it and utilize its components in our body. Think about it. We take in food through our mouth and digest it and utilize it in our body. We utilize the food particles, the food components in our body, which is taken from our mouth. Have you ever wondered how it is done in our body? Let's understand. The food which we take passes through a continuous canal. The food which we take, it passes through a continuous canal or tube-like structure, which begins at the buccal cavity and ends the anus. This continuous tube divided into various compartments. Yes, in various chambers, compartment. This tube, the continuous canal divided into various sections. The tube divided such sections which where the complex food particles convert into simple particles. In these sections, the complex food particle convert into simple particle and utilize in our body. The compartments are, which are the compartments? First is buccal cavity, second esophagus, third stomach, fourth small intestine, fifth large intestine, and last one anus. So these compartments are the various sections where food digested and convert into simple one. This compartment altogether is called alimentary canal or digestive tract. Remember that term, alimentary canal or digestive tract. Another thing is that the inner walls of the stomach and small intestine and various glands associated with the canal, such as salivary gland, the liver and the pancreas secreted digestive juices. Yes, the liver and the pancreas secreted digestive juices, and these digestive juices convert the complex food components into simple components. This digestive juice convert the food into simple one. So students, the digestive tract, the tube and the digestive glands, they all together called digestive system. The long tube and the digestive gland, different digestive gland together make our digestive system. Let's talk about in detail all the compartment, all the section one by one. First, let's start with mouth and buccal cavity. The mouth contains tongue, teeth and salivary glands. It is the first part of the digestive tract. Food is taken into the body through this part. We take in food from the mouth. We know that. The process of taking food into our body through our mouth is called ingestion. Yes, ingestion. After taking food, we chew the food with the teeth which have in our mouth. We chew the food with our teeth and break into small pieces. Students, our each tooth rooted into gums. Basically, our teeth is different from each other according to their appearances and of course according to their functions. They are different from each other. We have 4 types of teeth, but they are different from each other according to their function and appearances. The 4 types teeth we have, and they are: first incisor, second canines, third premolars, and fourth last one molars. Here we talk about incisor. There are 8 incisor teeth, 4 in the upper jaw and the 4 in the lower jaw. I repeat, we have 8 incisor teeth, 4 in upper jaw and 4 in lower jaw. And what is the function? It is used to cutting and biting the food. Yes, it is used to cutting and biting the food item. Next is canine. It is used to tear the food. Yes, it is used to tear the food. There are 4 canine teeth found in human's body, human's mouth. Now next one is premolars. So premolars are used to crushing and grinding the food. Yes, I repeat myself, crushing and grinding the food particle done by premolars. There are 8 premolars teeth in adult human beings. Now next one is molars. It is used to fine grinding of food, which is grinded by premolars. Now this part by the molars teeth, it is used to fine grinding, simply fine grinding the food done by molars. There are 12 molars teeth in our adult human. Students, do you know that our mouth has salivary glands? Salivary glands secrete saliva. Now this saliva breaks down the starch into sugar. Whatever we eat, the components carbohydrates start digested in the mouth by saliva, which is secreted from the salivary gland. Students, we can do an activity to understand that starch breaks down into sugar by the salivary in our mouth. Let's do an activity to understand the function. For this activity, we should take 2 test tubes, test tube A and test tube B. Put boiled rice in the test tube A. In test tube B, put teaspoonful of boiled rice, but after chewing. Remember that, after chewing. After that, we have add 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution in each of the test tube. Then observe it. We can see in the test tube A, the color have changed after adding iodine. And in test tube B, there is no change in color. Actually, in our mouth, we have salivary gland which secrete saliva. This saliva mixed with the rice which we chewed. When we chewed rice, saliva mixed with the boiled rice. And the saliva convert the components of rice, which is carbohydrate, into sugar. Now we also know that iodine gives result with starch, not with sugar. So in this activity, when iodine add both of the test tube, the first test tube, which is test tube A, change the color as its components is which components? Yes, it is the starch and starch in it. But when we chew the rice and iodine added to the test tube B which has chewed rice, the color is not changed, as when rice going to be chewed it becomes sugar, and the which is simple components, sugar is the simple components, and the simple components of starch converted into simple components, that is sugar, and iodine does not change the color of sugar substances, so the test tube B remains the same. Students, do you know what is tooth decay? Students, when we eat something and we do not clean our teeth and our mouth, many harmful bacteria begins to live and grow in our mouth. When we eat something and do not clean our mouth properly, some bacteria begins to live and grow in our mouth. The bacteria breaks down the sugar and release acid. So the bacteria start to break down the sugar and start release the acid. This acid can damage our teeth, and this is known as tooth decay. The damaging of our teeth is known as tooth decay. Chocolates, sweets, cold drinks and other sugar are the products which are the main reason for tooth decay. These are the products which can make our teeth tooth decay. So we should clean the teeth completely with brush. We can rinse the mouth after every meal. We should do it. We should rinse our mouth after every meal. Children, our next topic is tongue. Our tongue is a fleshy, muscular organ. Our tongue is a fleshy, muscular organ, and it is attached at the back of the floor of the buccal cavity. The tongue is free from the front side. It is free from the front side, and we can move our tongue in all directions. We know that, and we can move our tongue in all directions. So tongue is muscular organ and it is attached at the back side and free from the front side, and we can move it all direction. Now, what are the functions of tongue? Okay, our tongue has many functions. Beside talking, we know that we can talk with the help of the tongue, but beside talking, tongue helps us to mixing the saliva with food. Yes, remember that. Tongue is also help us to mixing the saliva which is secreted from the salivary gland. And this saliva mixing with the food which we are taken from the mouth, this saliva mixing with the food with the help of tongue, it mix it well to the food. Then after chewing the food, tongue help us to swallow it. When we chew some food item, it goes down and swallow it, but it is pushed by tongue. We feel that. The main function which is done by tongue, that is tasting. You know that we like to taste all the food item, and this tasting capability done by tongue. Tongue has buds, the taste buds, which can detect the different taste of the food, whatever we eat. Whatever we eat, this is tasted by the tongue. Whatever it bitter or sour, salty, sweet, whatever the taste of the food item, it is just identified by the tongue. And we like to taste all the food item. Okay. So students, Here we finish almost half of the chapter. Now, the rest of the chapter we will discuss in our next video. I hope you understand. Thank you.